Welcome everyone to today's vlog. Let us begin with an energy cleanse. So if you don't have any incense, you can just use your hands and imagine removing any blockages that are around your body. Look at the light and imagine surrounding yourself in cleansing light. This is a red candle, and red is about releasing and allowing to flow. Red is very good at helping you make change in life, and it's also the direction of south. It's the direction we face when we are releasing. And now that we've just gone through our full moon phase, we will be releasing now until the next moon phase. So work whichever way you like. It can be simply just tuning in with me here and joining in on the energy cleanse and pick up on that energy. Or you could use a bit more tools like crystals, work with a combination of different ones. The darker ones help absorb negativity, and the clear quartz helps amplify. So if there's a lot of releasing to do, then using a combination of the two crystals can really help. I would use smoky quartz quite often. I find it really good at removing blockages. Clear quartz I do use for amplification, but I normally would use it with some form of light or incense, so that I'm amplifying the light that's going around you, keeping your energy clear. Namaste. So we're going to begin with talking about what's just happened in the new moon, or the full moon actually. And for some of us it was completely full yesterday, for others it was Friday. And it doesn't really matter when it falls, but the energy of the full moon affects us all greatly, and most of us don't even realize this. And because the moon moves so quickly through the astrological signs, it changes our mood very quickly too. So the energy of the full moon was very complex as it was in the sign of Gemini, and that sign is a wonderful sign, as all signs are, but it comes with its challenges. And it being an air sign, it is about verbalizing how you feel, and it could also mean that you might insult a few people because what you say might come out the wrong way or the right way, whatever way you were feeling at the time, and it can lead to repercussions. So when working with any of the air signs, we need to be aware of that, because it's about the head. It's about vocally delivering something that you need to say or not say. If you're finding it easy to balance at the moment, you might have been able to say something in a way that was really helpful. But if you're finding life tough at the moment, you may just have gone with how you were feeling and said exactly what was on your mind. And that's okay too. Try to forgive yourself if you feel bad about what you've said, because we all go through this. And the moon has such a huge effect on us emotionally that it is going to force us to say or do things at different times, especially during full moon, which most people know is quite a volatile time anyway. Lots of things happen on full moon, and they can be quite awful things. So try to be more aware of that. If you did have a bit of a break this weekend about something or other, just try to be more aware of that, because not only are other people getting the brunt of it, but you're hurting yourself as well. And try and come back to your balanced energy whenever you can. And this is why I always include an energy cleanse in my vlogs. Now, the other thing I find useful is sometimes I have little totems. You can see there, that's a Buddha on one side and a tree of life on the other. And it's just a simple reminder. It's something that you could hang in your car, or hang off your bedpost, or put on your handbag. And it's a simple reminder to come back to yourself, to try and come back to a little bit of happiness if you can. I know most of you are going through hard times. Christmas is coming up. It's not the easiest time of year, but try to come back to nurturing yourself whenever you can. So this week I'm doing a giveaway of one of these little dangles that I have personally made myself, and all you need to do to enter the competition is just put your name down, and I will pick a name out of the singing bowl next week and let you know who the winner is. And I will balance it and energize it for you, and if you have anything in particular you'd like extra work on, if you let me know at the time, I will put the right energy in to help you wherever you need it. And now to talk about these. Do you remember a couple of vlogs ago I was showing you how to work with crystals to improve your body energy and to help you in life? And I chose these two myself personally to work with. One piece is selenite and the other piece is a chalcedony. Chalcedony is very common in agate. It occurs quite often in blue lace. Agate is something a lot of you might really love and crave, and it's such a beautiful stone. One part of that is the chalcedony. It's got kind of a milky appearance, and energetically it feels really kind and nurturing. And this being a piece of green, it's kind of a light coloured green colour, it's about the heart energy. And so what I found personally about working with these two pieces was that I have been working with myself on a very deep level, because I was quite ill earlier this year, and what I discovered is that because I hadn't looked after myself in many years properly, that my body was beginning to break down. And the message that I got from these crystals was I need to constantly remember to self-care, and that comes back to having your everyday rituals. For me, I drink lots of water, and I do yoga, and I walk my dogs, and I eat properly, and I look after myself as best I can. And I wasn't getting enough rest. So this week I hurt my hip earlier in the week, and I found that it was my body basically telling me, as your body does when you allow it to tell you, that it's time for rest. So that's why there's only been one vlog this week, because you need to listen to your body and you need to take note of these things, and it helps you come back to where you're supposed to be in life. And that for me is one of the biggest lessons in life, is just come back and be true to yourself. And once you do that, it doesn't matter what you do in life, you'll always come full circle. You'll feel better by just coming back into you and being yourself. So I chose some tarot cards again today because the other ones seem to go down really well, and I'll show you here. The 3 cards I chose were the Lovers, the 10 of Cups, and the Prince of Swords. So the Lovers was the first card I chose, and a great card for this time of year because it's basically exactly what it says here. It's about bringing more love in. Now, from a romantic perspective, and sometimes this card in certain positions can also mean that you may be looking to get out of one relationship and into another. But the root energy of this card is about getting in touch with your romantic side and knowing what you truly want from a relationship. And that's different for all of us. So it's a very personal thing. And any of you who aren't in relationships, you might just begin to feel that energy in the air, that crispiness of Christmas, and I think sometimes that just sparks a romantic energy about itself. And hopefully you'll pick up on some of that, and maybe some love will come your way for all you singletons out there. And enjoy it. Embrace that loving romantic energy. And if you don't have anyone else to share it with, be kind to yourself. Come back into yourself, self-nurture. Go for a walk on the beach. Bring yourself out for dinner. You know, do things that you would do with another person. Because once you start opening up energetically, if you do want someone else to come into your life, then if you begin to do all these things, then it's sometimes a way of actually meeting other people. So don't be afraid to try something new. And there's certainly going to be a lot of love around, so embrace it. The second card we have here is the 10 of Cups. And 10s in all of the suits is about reaching a goal or having a final destination. And this particular card, you can see that the woman has her hand on the man's back, and he's holding one of the 10 cups, and you can see the castle at the end of the path there. So they're striving to find a new home, to find salvation. That's the name of this card on this particular deck, and it's about, I really feel this card is about coming home. It's about knowing where your strengths are and where you lay your head at night, and that everything that you have in life you've worked hard for. And if you're about to get something new, which this card can mean that you are about to reach a certain goal that you've been waiting for, then congratulations, and I look forward to hearing about it, and hopefully it is everything you want it to be, because this card can be about getting something or achieving something that you've been waiting for a long time. So hopefully that's the case, and for those of you who it may not mean that, it may just mean about understanding that you can save yourself just by realizing how much you already have and being grateful for it. And once you express gratitude, it's kind of amazing what happens, because everything else around you opens up and you just seem to get more and more of what you need. And try and stay in that positive frame of mind. And the last card we have is the Prince of Swords, who may be out to cause a little bit of trouble, and it can also come from someone who is unusually quiet type of person normally, and they may have a build-up of something that's putting an awful lot of pressure on them, and they might just feel the need to let it all out this week. So if I'm speaking to any of you out there who's feeling a lot of pressure at the moment and who normally doesn't scream and shout about their life, maybe this week you might. And if you are feeling extreme pressure of any kind, do please get some help and talk about it, and understand you're not on your own. And even if you do feel you are on your own, or you can't speak to your family or your friends, there are people out there who can help you. Now, this card isn't by any means a bad card. It just means that you've come to a point in your life that there's been so much pressure building up that you've just decided this is enough. I can no longer go on like this. So maybe it's a simple choice of saying no to someone who puts an awful lot of pressure on you, or because of all this pressure about Christmas and everything else, you're feeling that. So if that's the case, please understand that this time of year, the TV puts so much pressure on us to buy all these shiny, sparkly presents that they don't mean anything. They really don't mean anything. The most you can give someone is your time, and that means more than anything else. And give yourself some time. Self-nurture. Be kind to yourself. Get out in nature, even if it's just in your back garden, and watch the birds fly in the sky. If you're feeling pressure of any kind, go out into nature and find something that you relate to, and just sit with yourself for some time and allow it all to release. And don't give in to the pressure of society, and certainly don't get yourself into huge amount of debt because of Christmas. It's really not worth it. It's only one day, and every day is important. So love yourself a bit more, and tell anyone else who's putting pressure on you you can't deal with it any longer, and you refuse to comply, and you'll be much happier. So that's my little bit of wisdom for today, and I'm just going to play my singing bowl. Wish you all a beautiful day, wherever you may be. I wish you happiness. I wish you gratitude and love. And most of all, I wish you the most beautiful energy that you could possibly imagine, so that you can feel deeply how beautiful it is just to be alive. Now, I'm going to finish off with a little energy cleanse to finish everything off. Wrap it all up. So release anything now that is still bothering you. You can join in. Release to the violet flame. All the anger, all the pain. Release to the violet flame. All the burdens, all the pain. Release to the violet flame. All that no longer serves, all the pain. Release to the violet flame. All that ties me, binds me and hurts me. And may you all have a beautiful day. May it be full of love, light, happiness, and may you really enjoy every moment. Have a beautiful day. Much love. Namaste.